Yo, what is up guys, Ashley's Gaming here, back with another video, and it is an important video because today I will be starting a new series on my channel. It is called the Ironman, and like I mentioned in my previous videos, I am starting a new team on the, on Takashi server of course still, but it's a new team and I'm gonna be starting out from scratch with no help from anyone, not from my main team. There are some rules that I've set up and I'll be sharing you those. So before I show you guys the rules, I'm gonna be showing you guys the team, and here it is. I present to you guys the Ironman team. Alright, so there it is.
Oh my god!
So this is the new team. So first of all, it is a Xelor, a Shram, a Sacrier, and an Anirepsa. Now, there are some reasons behind the choices that I made here. And I will start out with the Shram. For those of you who've been following my channel for a long time, know that even before I made videos on this channel, even long before that, Shram was the first character that I had level 200. It was the first character that I started out with doing achievements and all that kind of stuff, right? And because of that reason, I chose to make a Shram, and this Shram will be my main during this Ironman series. Alright, next up we have the Sacrier. Now, the only time you've probably seen me play as Sacrier on this channel was for the Vortex achievement, Impertinence, I think. The King Amirukang Impertinence. And I think maybe War Zombie, I'm not quite sure. I only played the Sacrier with the auto win strategy by carrying with the Panda, which is not possible anymore, of course. But other than that, I've never played a Sacrier in PvM, let alone play it like early game. Like that one I just class changed basically. So yeah, that's why I play Sacrier, and I'm really interested in how that's gonna play out. Now next up we have the Anirepsa. Now, of course, I already have an Anirepsa in my team, so I could have made a Foggernaut. So my choice was between the Anirepsa and the Foggernaut. Now, I have a Foggernaut on my one of my main accounts as well. I think it's on my Mask Creators account. I've used it for Infinite Dreams. But I feel like I'm more leaning towards the Anirepsa because of the revamp. Keep in mind the Foggernaut will also get a revamp later this year. But the Anirepsa had a revamp last year. And since that revamp, I haven't really played my Anirepsa. Recently I did a couple of achievements with it, but I'm always playing Intelligence. Now for this Ironman series, I might eventually go and switch to Intelligence, but I kind of want to try out the Chance or the Agility build. Especially with the healing effect, it's probably leaning more towards Chance. Because then it will heal allies around the enemies that you hit. Otherwise, I will be playing Agility. But yeah, it depends on what I build the other characters, basically. So, next up, and that is the last character. First of all, I was actually planning to make a Rogue. I have a Rogue. It's on my Eliotropes account. And I basically only ever used the Rogue for dungeon leeching, specifically Nidaz. So for a Rogue, it's the same as the Sacrier. I've never played it like legit in PvM. But I don't feel the click with the Rogue. I've looked at these spells. I was about to create it, but then I was like, nah, I just don't feel like it. Even though it has a very good synergy with the Shram and the Sacrier. Because both have very good map manipulation. They can push, they can pull. So setting up a bomb line should not be a problem at all. But I just don't feel like the connection with the Rogue. And I was looking at all of the characters, which ones I've never played. So it was a choice between the Rogue, Xelor, the Hupper Mage, Forge Lance, and possibly the Sadi. But I'm not going to do Sadi because I just don't like it. and also have it on my Sadie's account, playing it recently a little bit with my main team. And I just feel like Hypermage and Forge Lance will not bring too much to this team because it's more centered around CC, close combat fighting, like Shrem is close combat, especially the Sacrier, of course. So I was looking at the spells of the Xelor, and the chance spells are really interesting to me, especially with the AP Steel or the Life Steel. So I just went like, alright, screw this, I'm gonna make a Xelor. So this is the team: Xelor, Shrem, Sacrier, and Iripsa. As you can see, no panda. This challenge will be done without a panda. Alright, next up, I have set myself some rules. Hopefully it is clear for you guys, but I'm gonna explain it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So quick disclaimer, this will not be a full Ironman team. So there are people out there that are doing full Ironman, which basically means they cannot use markets. They have to craft everything themselves, level professions, all that kind of stuff, right? So that's where I'm gonna do it a little bit different. The main reason is because a lot of people, for the past years, I've always played at level 200 endgame content, and a lot of people I've seen on the Discord, YouTube comments, the forums, they have complained that it is super hard to start out with the game as a new player. It is very hard to level like XP, especially since the removal of idols, and it is very hard to make kamas. And I am here for you guys to prove you guys wrong. I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is as long as you have knowledge of the game and somewhat a skill level. But we're gonna throw the skill level in the bin because I'm literally playing classes I've never played before. Alright, so let's go over the rules. So, ideally, first of all, I'm not gonna level professions. Screw that. I'm not gonna waste time gathering stuff, leveling professions. As a new player, you can use what is called the book. In every workshop, there's a book where you can click on. You can see anyone who's listed as a profession, which level they are. You can message them, ask them to craft something or make something, whatever. And if you're patient, you can even try to get them do it for free. Ask your guildmates, ask your friends, or just make a small payment to them. So I don't feel like that's big deal. Like, I don't feel like it's that much big of a deal to leave out. That being said, even though I'm not gonna level professions, the rules are as follow. Ideally, I will gather and drop all materials to craft my own equipment. I will not be buying equipment for myself from the store unless there are some specifics that you can't drop it, like, I don't know. Anyways, I'm just trying to gather the resources for myself. I am allowed to use markets to buy and sell stuff to make kamas for the following exceptions. Like obviously sell kamas, like obviously sell stuff to make kamas. But what I can do with the kamas are basically the following stuff. Profession related non-droppable resources required for equipment. For example, substrates, pebbles, colosseum stuff, nuggets. You cannot drop those, so I am allowed to buy those. Infinite Dreams related materials. Pebbles, because of the PvP. Nuggets, I just mentioned that. Cosmetics, even although I might just put some cosmetics of my main team on there, I'll just have to... I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do that, but yeah. Autopilot potions, obviously, because I have to buy O-grinds. With kamas, of course. And all exceptions must be made using the kamas earned within the challenge. So no external currency is allowed. I cannot spend real money to buy O-grinds. I am not allowed to use the kamas of my main team. I'm not allowed to use the resources in the bank of my main. I'm not allowed to use any of that. So I have to play like this is my own team. And basically I'm starting out from scratch as a new player. Next up, leveling. The accounts are made on fresh accounts. And there's no XP multiplier basically. Basically also means that I need to pay for subscription. So we'll come that to in a second. Progress through specific level ranges. So what I basically mean with that is that, for example, I'm level 50. I want to ideally complete all game content, all quests, all dungeons up until level 50 at level 50. So it is not allowed for me to just go and XP until I'm like level 100 and then complete all of the dungeons from level 1 to 100. No, I have to complete them at their level. But I do want to add that I might make an exception when I'm below level 50, because below level 50, leveling is just so quick. And I don't want to put like 90% XP on the guild or like mounts, especially since you don't have mounts before level 60. So I'm gonna make a small exception before level 50. So I am like, if I just happen to XP fast and I'm getting level 30 and I still need to do level 20 dungeons, I mean, that's fine. But after level 50, I need to do them at the level. So there's no need to put 90% XP to the guild or like mount. And basically to avoid, let's say I level too fast, I just can't upgrade my gear. So it's still like, even though I might be level 50, I'm still like in level 30 gear when I'm doing these dungeons, right? So unbalanced quest fights can be done within the level range of 10 levels. So let's say I'm level 10 and there's a quest fight that's like insanely unbalanced and I need to be level 20, then that's fine. For example, if there's like a level 170 quest, I can complete it at level 180, but not higher than 180. So it has to be within 10 levels. Next up, solo gameplay. No accepting of help in any fight, with the exception of a quest fight that require 8-man teams. But I'm gonna be trying to ask for help with like from other people that have Ironman teams, like we have in the Discord channel. So I can ask other people to craft and mage items for me, provided that I bring my own resources. Screw leveling professions. So even though I can ask for people to craft, I need to bring my own resources, which I need to gather myself. I am allowed to do 1 class change throughout the entire challenge, but I wrote that down before I decided to pick the Xelar, because I knew that I was probably not gonna play Rogue for a long time, so I might not even need the class change, but I just put it in there for the sake of it. Subscription. Now, subscription is the only exception that can be paid externally, because obviously you guys know that I have my main team that I need to pay subscription for, and I do not plan to spend real money on DOFUS basically. So the subscription is going to be paid with the commas of my main team, but that is the only exception that I can make. Keep in mind that the first 30 levels I will be playing free to play, so there will be no subscription for these first 30 levels. I want to complete everything from Incarnate and Astrep before I go with the subscription basically. Also because I'm still playing on my main team, I don't like if there's like breaks that I have on this team, I don't want to like spend a lot of money on the subscription and then maybe not play it at all. So that's going to be the only exception. So the classes I've just showed you guys, there's going to be YouTube content for you guys, because this is a completely new series and I'm going to be sharing everything that I do on this challenge. I will be sharing you guys all of the dungeons, all of the dungeon achievements, all of the main DOFUS quest lines, all of the wanted monsters, Wanta alignment, event achievements, crafting my own equipment and maging it, and possibly doing commas making guides for low level content. Now, I did list some main quests, but it's mainly for myself to know what I'm going to be sharing you guys. But for example, I'm going to be doing all of the main quests from Incarnate and Astrep, which are prerequisites for the DOFUS quest lines. I'm going to be doing the Silver DOFUS, then I'm going to be the Emerald, the Coco, Kawat, all of the other DOFUS. I'm going to be doing the dungeon quest lines. And then later on, when I'm like level 180 or something like that, I'm going to be doing the Cloudy DOFUS, the Watches DOFUS, possibly Ochre DOFUS. But let's just see, some quests are locked behind a level requirement. Even though, for example, I just learned it today, that, for example, the Ochre DOFUS and a lot of endgame DOFUSes are equipable at level 180. But you cannot actually quest them at 180. You need to be like 190. The same with, for example, the Silver DOFUS is a DOFUS that you can equip at level 20, but you need to be level 30 to unlock the quest. So that's that's another like small thing that I have to keep in mind. Also, I'm gonna try to get the soul capture early, so I can like soul dungeons in order to use them for Eternal Conflict. No, not Eternal Conflict, Eternal Harvest later on. And here I shared you guys my possible looks. So that's a small teaser. I think this looks really cool. So let's go back and close this extremely white screen that makes me look like a ghost, basically. But yeah, that's basically the first video of my new team. If you guys want to see anything specific about this team, like any content, whatever, like most of the content that there is out there, I'm gonna share you guys anyways. The way I will be doing is some content will be recorded and I will do a voiceover, and other content I might actually just do a let's play video where I'm just playing, talking to you guys. There's gonna be live streams as well. Yeah, other than that, there's gonna be a lot of challenges because this is gonna be, I wouldn't say the first time, because if you go back like 10 years ago, I was actually doing content at the level. So for example, when I was leveling my first SRAM to level 200, I never leached to 200 with any of my main characters. I was actually playing the game, so I did actually do Frigos dungeons at level 150. So, but that's like almost 12 years ago, I would probably say. Yeah, it has to be 12 years ago because achievements got released 11 years ago. So, so that's it for my team introduction. Let me know, guys, in the comments what you think of this idea. Are you hyped for this? And I'll see you guys in part 2 of this Ironman challenge. And hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy that. I want to wish you guys a good day. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.